Hello and welcome to the Manpower Group Lab here at Vivatech. Now, the world has changed in a huge way over the past 2 years, and it's also changed the way we work. Employees are working from home now more than ever before, or combining time at home and in the office, and employers are now looking for ways to make the hybrid way of working work. Manpower Group set out its Great Realization Challenges, and out of 173 candidates, 20 startups were selected. Over the next few days, we'll be hearing all about them. In today's Startup Challenge, however, we have 3 companies who are looking specifically at the innovative ways to make hybrid work successful for both employers and employees. Now I'm here with Thomas Chamorro-Prémusic. You are the Chief Innovation Officer at Manpower Group. Do you want to say a few words about the importance of our startups?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Colette. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes. Well, first of all, very happy to be back at Vivatech once again with so many people. Thank you all for being here and visiting our stand. This is a really massive event for us when it comes to innovation. We also have a long-standing and really thriving collaboration with our French team. So, I lead global innovation, but much of that activity is harnessed or incubated here in France. And just like in previous years, for us, the startup scene, it's a really, really invaluable way to harness creativity. Many of our important innovations, global innovations, started life, were conceived as local startups. So I'm sure you will enjoy what you are going to see and hear about today. And with that, just over to you. Thank you again for coming. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Thomas. So today we're going to hear from 3 startups. We have EVAVEO from France, SAYNA from France and Madagascar, and BLOOMIN also from France. But before we hear all about them, we have an international jury from all around the world, 13 people in all, including you, Thomas. They'll be putting in their votes ahead of our award ceremony, which will be on Friday. But without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to hear from Loïc Lestré from EVAVEO, and I believe you're going to be speaking in French.
Yes,
So
I will.
let's hear your pitch.
Ok, bonjour, donc je m'appelle Loïc Lestré, je suis le fondateur d'une société qui s'appelle EVAVEO. On est basé à Lyon, alors on est 7, on existe depuis 6 ans et on est spécialisé dans la production et la réalisation de contenu pédagogique à base de technologies comme la réalité virtuelle, la réalité augmentée, la vidéo. Donc on est une société Next. Je vois pas, j'ai pas des retours en fait. Ok.
Voilà.
So, on est une société qui produit du contenu pour le secteur industriel et de la formation. En fait, on fait de la réalité virtuelle pour la formation. On forme des gens à partir de modules de réalité virtuelle. Next. Ok. Ça, vous voyez quelques-uns de nos références clients comme le CNES, Groupe SEB, Manpower. On bosse énormément avec l'industrie et l'agroalimentaire sur tout le territoire français. Là, on bosse avec l'Autriche et la Belgique sur un projet européen, Erasmus+. On bosse aussi avec la Guyane et les Antilles. Donc voilà, c'est une partie de nos refs. Next. Mais alors, j'en profite parce qu'aujourd'hui, le 15, on a décidé de lancer un produit. Il faut savoir que EVAVEO, son business model à la base, c'est du sur-mesure. Et là, on a décidé de lancer un produit donc sur étagère qui s'appelle nous, qui est un serious game sur les soft skills. Donc le concept, c'est un serious game qui sort tous les mois sur différents thèmes des soft skills comme la gestion des conflits, le feedback, améliorer la diversité, améliorer sa créativité. Et alors, ce concept Next, voilà. Donc là, vous avez le... Bon, c'est en français, hein, désolé. Donc voilà, c'est pour répondre aux enjeux des soft skills dans les entreprises. Ce sont des petites missions, ça dure entre 10 et 15 minutes. Ça tourne sur un PC de bureau, c'est accessible avec Internet. On est là pour sensibiliser, il n'y a pas de tracking de données de fou, ça dit juste si la personne a vu le module, si elle a répondu à 2-3 questions. Donc ça, next. Donc c'est un serious game en 3D où on incarne un personnage et on va devoir effectuer des tâches dans une entreprise. Alors l'entreprise, c'est une entreprise de réalité virtuelle qui fait des voyages spatio-temporels. Bon, c'est un peu SF, mais bon. Next. Et donc on sort un scénario par mois. Chaque mois, les collaborateurs reçoivent un petit scénario qui dure entre 10 et 15 minutes sur ces thématiques-là. Alors voilà, c'est là où ce qui est intéressant, c'est on va parler aussi du prix. On a fait quelque chose de très simple. Le tarif, c'est 99 € par mois, mais avec un nombre de collaborateurs illimité. Donc vous pouvez avoir un établissement avec 3000 personnes, ça vous coûte 99 €. On ne fait pas de coût utilisateur. C'est facile d'accès, donc il y a une plateforme. Vous pouvez aussi intégrer le module sur votre plateforme au format SCORM. Donc vous pouvez distribuer ça en interne. Et il y a 2-3 options de suivi. Alors, next. Donc vous pouvez aller dès maintenant, ça sort aujourd'hui, hein, donc vous pouvez aller sur nous.fun, vous inscrire, vous abonner si vous avez envie. Vous pouvez en profiter, il y a un code promo, je fais l'influenceur à 2 francs, je suis désolé. Ça s'appelle Viva-2022 et vous avez 30% de réduction si vous vous inscrivez là pendant les 3 jours de Viva. Voilà, j'ai fait ma promo, c'était sympa, merci.
Merci, thank you very much. That was once again EVAVEO. Now we're going to bring SAYNA to the stage. Come on up. And I'm here now with Martina Hazafi-Mahefa. All right, well, whenever you're ready. Was it this one? That one? All right, let's hear your pitch. No? Is it working? Try this one.
Yes, can I? Hello, everyone. Oh, this is better. So I am Martina Hazafi-Mahefa, co-founder and CEO of SAYNA. Please the slide. Yes, je dis pas le retour. It's such a pleasure to be there. I was born in EVAVEO, Écosse. I grew up in Madagascar, and then I had a chance to go to France and doing student sports. So I used to play tennis, and then I discovered the French public school, and that was the moment everything changed. Before started, I just want to say that I'm so proud to represent Madagascar and Africa here for the first time for Manpower, I think, and this is such an honor for us. To start, maybe. Today, remote working and remote learning isn't a choice anymore, right? But we as a company and as person, we have the obligation to make the hybrid work. And the question today is how? How we are making sure that the work is secure, how we are making sure that we have a positive impact on the life of the co-workers and their families, how we are making sure that we develop strong interactions between the workers, and also how we are making sure that we develop the productivity of the workers. So this is why at SAYNA we are an ecosystem where you can learn, play, and work in the IT world based on 2 pillars. First, you can learn tech skills from mobile video game. Next slide, please. So as you can see, we have teachers as Avatar 3D to really promote immersive teaching. And then when the students have validated some skills, he has the possibility to work on our crowdsourcing platform and start to earn some money. La slide précédente, c'était bien. And start to earn some money on IT microtask remunerative asked by international companies. Our vision is simple: make education and work accessible for everyone. To do so, we are developing a set of tools that facilitate, that improve the journey of a community, such as an online IDE and a library of microtasks to help the coders code better. But also, we are developing a revolutionary automation process of coding. Which means that we are changing the way of programming today through our solution. Our vision is simple: enable millions of persons learn and work in the tech world, obviously in Africa, but hopefully soon in the rest of the world. Actually, we are operating in Madagascar, Ivory Coast, Algeria, and Cameroon, and we can't wait to open in new country through physical spaces and communities. Next slide, please. But what is the goal for a group for Manpower to work with us? First of all, making the hybrid work necessitates to make the work accessible. I mean really accessible for everyone in terms of opportunities. So that's why we develop some technologies such as our own IDE to enable thousands of developers working on the same projects instead of having only 3 or 4 developers working on the same projects. In this way, we are distributing the work in a better way and in a fairly way. Also, we have developed an algorithm to match directly a person with skills with a task. We're not matching any more person with a job description. And also with our solution, we are ensuring the security of the code through our own IDE that we create for each task a developer is doing. And also for a group like Manpower, you can have access to a crowd of developers, which is really complicated today. And a crowd of developers trained, ready to work, and we don't need to have a physical space, which is incredible. And for the training side, to make sure that the hybrid work, we need to make sure that education is accessible for everyone. I mean in terms of price, in terms of accessibility of materials, in terms of approaches. So that's why we develop innovative approaches through mobile video game to really incentive the learner to learn. La slide précédente, s'il vous plaît. On était, yes. Also, we are developing a large set of learning content, including quiz, video, written courses, webinar, collaborative support. Also, which is really interesting in our solution is that we use the blockchain to really track the skills validated by the students. Also, our last very important part for the learning side is the communities, because we are developing a network of physical spaces around in Africa that enable us to really prepare and build the future workforce of Africa. And by the video game, we make the training more entertaining, and so we can keep the attention of the persons. So maybe to conclude, the next slide, please. This is our communities in Madagascar, in Ivory Coast, and in different cities in Madagascar and Cameroon and Algeria. So making flexible work the reality of tomorrow starts with making education and work accessible for everyone. And imagine the huge potential you can unlock by working with one solution, SAYNA, that manage all the IT value chain from talent sourcing, training talent, staffing talent, and deliver IT projects for international companies. So thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you, Sayna. And now we're going to bring our third startup, BLOOMIN. We have Thomas Legac and Gaël Agula. Agula from BLOOMIN. That one not works. This one works. Yeah. So you might have to just, I don't think so. You're going to have to share. Oh.
Okay, we have to share and to move
You're going to have to share.
And to move from
and,
places. Okay, that's great.
Musical chairs.
Okay, we need to adapt. That's perfect.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
We're all family up here.
Yes,
okay,
thanks.
go ahead.
Yeah, so first I would like to thank Manpower to give us the occasion to show that measuring the employee experience is really important to make the hybrid work. So first slide, please. Next, yes, next, please. So my name is Thomas Legac. I'm the co-founder of BLOOMIN.
And I'm Gaël. I'm the VP Marketing for BLOOMIN.
Next. So first, I would like to ask you a first question. Please, next slide. Yes. Do you know how many employees are not fully engaged at work? Do you have any idea?
Please tell me. How many
So
employers
the right number next is
Oh.
93% of
93%.
Wow. Yes, next please. So regarding to a study made by Gallup in France. Next slide, please. So what is the average annual cost of disengagement per employee? Any idea?
I'm going to go with the highest number again.
Okay, that's right. You are good. Next slide, please. So 15,000 is the average annual cost of disengagement in France. Next slide, please. This is why at BLOOMIN we believe that motivated and fulfilled employees make high-performing teams. Next slide. But if you want to improve your team, you have to measure the employee experience. That's really key. And this is what we are doing at BLOOMIN. Next slide, please. So we are doing two things. We have created one platform to manage different employees' feedback. So in one end, we have the BLOOMIN Pulse survey, and we are measuring the engagement. We are measuring the employee life cycle, and also we are measuring dedicated specific topic. And in our other end, we are collecting feedback from another tool, which is BLOOMIN 360 feedback. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Thomas. Okay, so this is basically what we do. We create more than questionnaire, it's conversational surveys. What we do is that we use our tool in a very engaging way. As you can see, it's fun. We create survey at the right time, on the right topics for our clients. For example, if you want to know if hybrid work, you just have to ask in a very engaging way. Next, please. Like I said, it's engaging because we use emoji. We use a UX interface just like WhatsApp, for example. So employees are answering the question just like they do with their friends and colleagues in real lives. So it's very fun and engaging. So you can as well personalize the look and feel of the interface with the styles and colors from the clients. So it's very easy for employees to answer the question because it's like they do on their daily lives, basically. Next one, please. Now this is all about the data. The data are collecting in real time. So for example, if you want to make decision about hybrid work in your company, you just have to ask your employee how it feels, how it goes. So we created questions to answer that. And the key point with BLOOMIN is that you can collect this data in real time. So managers and human resource directors, for example, can plan and act based on data. Next one, please. So it's easy to use. Why? Because you don't have to be a human resource director in order to use BLOOMIN. You don't have to be an expert in human resources because we create templates that you can use focusing on the insights that you want to collect within your company. So we create templates with a set of questions that you can use within the company in order to have the key question, the key information that you want to use. For example, again, if you want to make hybrid work, as we do within our own company at BLOOMIN, we are mostly we're working mostly from home, for example. We create surveys within the company in order to know if it works or not. So this is the easiest way, from my opinion, to know if hybrid work works, is just to ask. Next one, please. So we are BLOOMIN. We are 45 employees based in Paris. We are used by more than 750 employees all around the world. And used by more than 300 businesses all around the world, mostly large enterprises. So yes, this is it for us. We would like to thank you for having us today.
Thank you so much. So that was BLOOMIN. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of our startup challenge for today. Now it's in the hands of the jury, and you can always meet our startups next door if you want to have any answers to your questions. Thank you for joining us here at the Manpower Group Lab.